Good evening, everyone. This is your evening news recap, your nightly news podcast on all the news that I come across throughout the day, giving you my take as somebody who aspires to be a politician in the near future. Hopefully, all you guys are having a wonderful day. My day has been pretty all right. Today is the last day of July. Tomorrow is August. And after that, it'll be 12 days and I'll be in Denver, which is crazy. Today is also the first day of the NFL season. The Chargers and the Lions are playing right now. I was watching the game a little bit before I started recording, as it started like an hour or so before. And the Lions are getting dog walked, which is crazy to say, as they were previously one of the best teams in the league. But hey, the Chargers are out there and they're cooking. They got two great rushing touchdowns. That's about it from all I saw. But ball is ball. Ball is ball. I'm frozen on my screen, so I'm waiting for it to kind of flicker back if possible. I don't know if that's going to happen, though. It'll happen eventually. Look at that. There we go. Look at that. Maybe. I don't even know. Okay. Anyways, guys, hopefully all you guys are doing well. Hopefully the screen is not freezing as much as it does for me. And hopefully you guys all enjoyed today's episode as we move right on into the news. If the tab would load. We've also been waiting for the tab to load for a few seconds. Moving into the Trump administration segment, as we do, Trump is set to revive the presidential fitness test. Trump is set to restart the presidential fitness test for American children in schools around the country. Trump said this wonderful tradition, and we're bringing it back. His executive order also rebuilds the National Sports Council with former and current athletes. Many of those athletes joined Trump when signing the order, including Lawrence Taylor, former New York Giants linebacker and registered sex offender. Trump said, "I was always a person that loved playing sports. I was good at sports, and when you're really focused on sports, you've thought about nothing else. To an extent, this is one of the reasons I like golf. You get away for a couple of hours." Honestly, I don't think a fitness test is the worst. Many Americans do struggle with physical fitness, especially in schools. But honestly, what it was replaced by is way better, truly. For those who don't know, Obama replaced this program with the Youth Fitness Program, which supported overall healthy habits in students rather than just your physical performance, which is honestly better. As a student who experienced most of Obama's school-related policies growing up, I think a mix of both would honestly be acceptable. We should be making sure children are healthy, and having overall healthy habits, but we should also be making sure that they are, at the healthiest versions of themselves that they can be. I think we should do a little bit more than just running the mile or, doing stretches and all those kinds of things, as that's what, high school PE tends to be. And, I think it would be, more fun to not only do other activities, but, to be a little bit more physically fit in those classes. I don't know. I personally like being fit and getting exercise. I mean, to be fair, I was on the football team throughout high school, and I did color guard as well, and I did marching band for a little bit, and I did track. So I did sports, and I think being physically fit is great for you. I think having exercise and getting exercise is a great thing to do and something everyone should do. Anyways, moving on, the White House is demanding Trump get a Nobel Peace Prize. Caroline Leavitt is demanding that Trump receive a Nobel Peace Prize on Thursday. She claimed Trump deserved the prize for brokering peace deals or ceasefire agreements across 6 global conflicts and for de-escalating the conflicts. Leavitt says the president has now ended conflicts between Thailand and Cambodia, Israel and Iran, Rwanda and the Democratic Republic of the Congo, India and Pakistan, Serbia and Kosovo, and Egypt and Ethiopia. This means President Trump has brokered on average about 1 peace deal or ceasefire per month during 6 months in office. It is well past time President Trump was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize. I wanted to know the truth behind this, so I did some research. Of course, the Ukraine and Gaza conflicts are still ongoing, as we know. But, as for those other mentioned conflicts, starting with Cambodia and Thailand, they did agree to a ceasefire, but there hasn't been a total peace, as both countries have accused each other of violating the ceasefire already and are actively fighting over one temple that started the conflict. As for the Israel and Iran war, that war is done. It is ended. As for Rwanda and the Democratic Republic of the Congo, the peace deal was signed in June in DC, but the war hasn't really ended at all. There's limited information on it, but seemingly fighting still is breaking out along borders. As for India and Pakistan, they have signed a ceasefire. As for Serbia and Kosovo, according to Kosov Online, which is a news agency from Kosovo, they interviewed Kosovo's director of foreign policy, and they said there really wasn't a massive conflict in the first place. And the Trump administration took no effort in ending it in any way. So seemingly Trump wasn't involved in a conflict that essentially didn't exist. As for Egypt and Ethiopia, as for now, the conflict has ended, but it was no thanks to Trump, as Trump was criticized for favoring Egypt in the talks and essentially caused talks to stall because of his favoritism towards Egypt. So overall, Trump has successfully ended, one, maybe two of these conflicts. And, sure, arguably, Iran and Israel and India and Pakistan may have been the biggest of those conflicts, but there are still four of those that actively kind of fell through or, haven't been negotiated as the Trump administration claims. I don't think a man of Trump's history deserves a Nobel Peace Prize, to say the least. In other news, Trump plans to renovate the White House. The White House will start a $200 million renovation of the East Wing. Construction will start in September on a 90,000 square foot White House ballroom with a 650 person capacity, according to Caroline Leavitt. Trump and other donors will pay for the renovation, according to the White House website. According to Leavitt, many offices, like the First Lady's office, will be relocated during the construction as the East Wing goes under a, quote, modernization. The construction is said to be done by the end of Trump's first term. This seems like a waste of time and money. Trump isn't going to get a third term. We all know that. He won't even be using this ballroom, essentially. It's genuinely just a waste. I know Trump, like many other presidents, have renovated the White House for their time in office, but he really won't even get to use this during his time in office. Genuinely, there is no point. I mean, he's 79 for one, and for two, he is not legally allowed to serve a third term. He is not getting another term. People who think he is are genuinely just delusional. That man is too fucking old. Genuinely. You thought Biden was too old for office. Now we have Trump in office who is even older than Biden. By the end of his administration, he's going to be, 83? He is not serving another 4 years until he is 87. That is genuinely insane. He is over U.S. life expectancy by 2.5 years already. It's just delusional. It really is. Moving on into our Trump and Epstein segment today, we have one topic as Virginia Gutierrez, I am pronouncing that horribly, and I apologize so much, family made a statement after Trump claims Epstein stole her. The family of Virginia Gutierrez, one of Epstein's victims and former Trump employees, has responded to Trump's comments about Epstein, saying he stole her from the spa at Mar-a-Lago. Gutierrez, who died by suicide this year, had accused Prince Andrews and many others, along with Epstein, of exploiting and trafficking her. The family statement said, "It has been a shock to hear from the President Trump invoke our sister and say that he was aware that Virginia had been stolen from Mar-a-Lago. The statement says Trump's comments make us ask if he was aware of Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell's criminal connections and actions." They continued, "We and the public are asking for answers, and survivors deserve this." Media coverage has slowly stopped about the Jeffrey Epstein situation, and it is crucial that we still cover cases like this and talk about situations like this. We need answers, and I may not be able to cover it on TikTok, but that doesn't mean I'm going to stop on YouTube and Substack. We must not let the people forget that Trump is connected to Epstein and has been involved with the man. He is in those files, and they need to be released one way or another. It is a fact that he probably did know about what was going on with Ghislaine Maxwell and Jeffrey Epstein, and he probably was involved. So, release the files, and if he wasn't involved, then we'll know. But the files need to be released. Moving on to our ICE segments, we have two topics today, and both of them are horrendous. The first one being ICE has put a double amputee in solitary confinement for refusing to go into a flooded cell. A Liberian man detained by ICE in Georgia was put in solitary confinement after complaining about the flooding in his cell causing danger for his prosthetic legs. Rodney Taylor is at Georgia's Stewart Detention Center and spent 3 days in solitary confinement because of this. He was detained at his home on January 15th, and Taylor said at the facility, "They don't see you as an individual, they see you as someone being deported." Free Rodney Taylor. All of these facilities are horrific and need to be closed ASAP. Day after day, week after week, these facilities continue to cause more and more problems around the country while they attack American people. It needs to be stopped. At the end of the day, we are all human, and although MAGA doesn't see that the same, it's true, and we must stand for what's right. These ICE agents are a human right, or these ICE facilities are human rights violations, and these ICE agents are committing human rights violations, and it needs to be stopped. So please, continue to speak out, just like I have here. In other news, ICE brutality is exploding across the United States. ICE officers across the country are smashing windows of vehicles to get arrests done. One officer from Maryland said to a local reporter, "He can either refuse to give us his license and we'll smash the fucking window in and drag him out." The driver refused to get out, and an ICE agent smashed his window. This is one of 50 documented incidents where this has happened since Trump came into office 6 months ago. ICE agents are becoming increasingly aggressive daily and are being promoted now even more due to the rough actions of officers with the people they push to detain. Not only is this insane, but officer brutality is being supported and they're being promoted for it. That is crazy, genuinely. We've all seen the clips of agents breaking car windows. It is so wild, so genuinely wild, and it is so clear that they are a problem in this country causing chaos in our society, when that shouldn't be the case. Fuck ICE. They genuinely need to be stopped as they continue, day after day, to cause problems around the country. Moving on into our other news segments today, as we have one final topic, as there has been a new wave of essentially YouTube censorship. YouTube is testing out a new verification feature by attempting to estimate viewers' ages regardless of listed account birth dates. YouTube will be using its own process for this, as they plan to estimate users' ages using a variety of information, ranging from the account's creation date due to the activity on the platform. If YouTube believes a user is underage, they will have to verify their ages using a government-issued ID, photo, or credit card. This is strikingly similar to the UK Online Safety Act. There seemingly isn't much information on how this will work, but I think it's wrong. As a YouTube creator, I should not have to provide my ID to make or watch content on this platform, especially if I'm 18 already. It's been my dream since a young age to make content on YouTube, and I'm doing it. You know, it may not be Minecraft videos like I wanted it to be when I was younger, but I'm making videos and they get support, which is so cool to me. Genuinely it is. YouTube shouldn't have to take that away from me, or shouldn't be able to take that away from me just because of what I decide to watch in my free time. If I want to watch Minecraft videos, that doesn't mean I'm a child. It really doesn't, you know? This needs to be stopped. It shouldn't be allowed to go through because everyone watches different content and we shouldn't be judged on our age based on the content that we watch. But with that being said, thank you all so much for watching this video. I hope you all enjoyed. If you're on YouTube, please consider subscribing, dropping a like, and a comment down below. Let me know your thoughts on all the news from the day. We're on our way to 500 subscribers, and I would love it if you could all help me get there. If you're on Substack, please consider subscribing. All funds go to me. They'll help me pay for the things that I'll need to pay for in college, like food and clothing. But if not, you can always subscribe for free. I truly do appreciate all forms of support on this content. It means the world to me. Thank you all so much for watching this video, and I will see you all in tomorrow's episode. Later.